Okay, welcome. Come on in. This is a new episode of Brown Butter Popcorn. It's your girl Toy here with my wonderful, magnificent, awesome
You doing a
co-host,
lot.
Mike, aka Bibbs, and we're here
Talk to the pumpkins.
to do nothing. To do another review. Several actually, right?
Yeah.
Tell the people what we're talking about today, Mike.
Oh, that's how you doing it. You doing
Yes.
okay.
It's smooth with it
I
too.
ain't mad at you. Yeah. So we had the privilege of being invited to the Micheaux Film Festival, the seventh annual Micheaux Film Festival,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in Los Angeles, and we live in Georgia. So unfortunately, we could not go in person, but the we were able to apply for and receive virtual credential
Yes.
for access. Now, with that said, the timing was a little tough. Toy had a new class at her job, and that means that she's working extreme hours. So we weren't able to dig into as many films as maybe we would have liked in a perfect scenario, but
Right.
we did get to watch a few, and we're going to talk about those here today.
Yes. Let's.
What's the first movie we're talking about?
Okay. Let's get into Flight 182.
Flight 182. Do you have the info over there?
I can pull it
I
up.
believe the publicist that sent us the information was Alyssa Ruiz, if I'm not mistaken. I just sent you the
Yeah, I clicked on the group chat. Sorry.
gotcha. But
Okay.
yeah, I think Alyssa Ruiz was the publicist that sent us Flight 182.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the director?
Uh,
And it's
Rippin Sindher.
Rippin Sindher. Yep, that's how I would pronounce it. Rippin
Mm-hmm.
Sindher.
Yes.
Yep. So, do you want to introduce the movie?
Yeah. Do you want me to read the synopsis
You
that I
can,
have on here?
if you have it on there.
Okay. So it says Flight 182 is a gripping drama inspired by the real life events of June 1985 when the deadliest pre 9/11 aviation attack occurred. Set against that harrowing historical backdrop, the film follows a pregnant wife's desperate attempt to keep her husband from boarding the doomed flight, revealing the deeply personal toll of political violence on one South Asian family.
So, we should preface it by saying this was a short film.
Yes.
All of these are short films that we watched. Did you want to start with your thoughts, feelings?
Um, it felt very personal,
Okay.
right? Um, this was a flight uh that exploded in 1985. This was before I was even born or thought of or anything. But it was still personal to me because one of the things that I loved about the film, although it was short, um, it drew me in.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was sitting at their dinner table. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like I was in their living room. Um, I felt a connection with the family, with the mother,
Mm-hmm.
her her fears, her I don't know, just the doubts and just really trying to keep it all together, keep herself calm and keep herself cool. Like remember in the beginning, we didn't even realize she was pregnant.
Right.
And so that to me even took it up a notch. It took it
Mm-hmm.
to another level because then it's like, oh, okay, you have a daughter that you're sharing with this person, um, and you know the television is flashing all of this political unrest and you know talking about all these different protests and things that are happening. And so there's fear, there's pandemonium. And the crazy thing is, like, the house itself is peaceful. She's in
Mm.
there lighting incense, and you see the television and what is going on there. And you know for her, it almost seems as if this is peace. This is the safest place for you to be. There's calm here. There's love here. Your daughter is singing. Um, I hope I'm not giving away too much, but that for me
No.
is some of the stuff that I was feeling while watching.
Yeah, and when you think about the fact that it is a short film and all the things you describe, like it's a lot happening, but it's not chaotic in any way.
No.
It definitely draws you in. I thought the actress that played the wife did an amazing job of just kind of displaying the emotions that one might feel. It's I feel sometimes some sort of way about when something terrible happens.
Mm-hmm.
There's always people saying I kind of felt like something was off or blah 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 blah, and sometimes that's overblown. In this scenario,
Mm.
she had every reason to have fears and doubts. Like you
Right.
said, there's the TV is displaying political unrest and warning of threats of violence and these types of things.
Right.
And she really does not want her husband to go on this flight. Um, and for him, he understands his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not dismissing her thoughts and feelings or fears. But for him, the draw is that his mother is sick,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently he did not go the first time his mother had. I think she had a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
First time his mother had a stroke, I don't know if he went, but he said this is her second one. I have to see her.
Right.
And so we have all this emotional family stuff going on between the wife and husband, the husband and his mother, the family unit, the mom, dad, and daughter, and then the baby, the unborn. And I don't know, like I can admit I got emotional watching this.
Mm.
I these are the type of stories that get to me.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's a brilliant way to tell a story like this because I think a lot of times when we talk about these types of events and we talk about these types of stories, people want to talk about the scale. And
Mm.
it's 380 some
Mm-hmm.
people and
That's
blah
exactly
blah blah
what I
blah
said
blah.
too.
But to just pin it down to one
To
person,
just one person, one family, one aftermath.
right? Like one affected uh person out of the 300 and something, and to think that this is one person's like lead up to this flight,
Right.
and there are 300 and some people on here, which means there were 300 and some people that had
Their own
a
stories.
similar or whatever, like you said, like their own breakfast and family conversations and packing and etc. Like that's where it kind of hits you because you don't have to see all of that
Right.
to be affected by
Right.
all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you said, it was personal. I believe at the end, the credits kind of let you know that it was like dedicated to or like the experience of, I believe, the director's uncle,
The uncle. Right.
which I thought, which added like I was already emotional, and then that was like whoa, like
Mm.
wow, this is a beautiful way to pay homage to your family and
Right.
tell your family story.
To tell the story, because I feel like you said, when we're thinking about it on a large scale, because it's tragic. It's a tragedy that affected so many people. And you think about the number of lives lost,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone that they knew, everyone that loved them, everyone that cared for them, everyone that was connected to them. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's huge. Like, it extends out so far. Um, and on the flip side of that is, you know, sitting with this family in their household, like being a fly on the wall and
Mm-hmm.
experiencing, you know, pre-tragedy,
Mm-hmm.
before the chaos, before um all of those things. And just kind of, for me, and I'll just speak for me, watching and um just my mind wouldn't just settle just on that family,
Mm-hmm.
because even at the end I'm just like, okay, again, this is one story. All the other stories, all the other people, all the other connections, all the other things. Um, and so you empathize with each and every one just from the viewpoint of this family.
Do you think that there would be value in making it a full length feature film? Or do you think that this does what it's supposed to do and that you don't need to do it on a bigger scale?
Okay, so I don't believe one. Okay, so let me say it like this. I don't believe one story is more important than all stories,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because again, so many people were affected by this. But I can appreciate the fact that this was this person's story
Mm.
to tell. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so they did creatively. Um, they told the story of what was, and
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
from her family's point of view.
Right.
Like this, I'm sure she was able to talk to that daughter, and just kind of envision being in that time, being in that space, being in that moment, maybe even the mother as well, and the unborn baby.
Right.
And so them having this story of the unknown, because this is the father that you never met,
Mm.
this is who he was, this is what that day looked like, this is what this moment felt like. I think that it was it was good as was
Mm.
for me. It's
Okay.
as is. I think it's good. What are your thoughts about that?
No, I can see it two different ways. One, you could extend the day. You could
Mm,
tell this same story but add more to it
mm-hmm,
to make it a full length movie. You could reach out to other family members of people that were on the plane
mm-hmm,
and tell maybe two or three other stories
mm-hmm. But how do you
leading up to that
how do
day.
you pick and choose between
You
the two or three?
just talk to different people and whichever ones.
See, you see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to decide which ones are more important. And you could even reference that and say it would have been amazing to tell everybody's story.
Mm,
But here are just a handful of examples or something like
mm,
that. And I think it is the type of like it's not like a movie that you sit down for a cinematic experience. It's a movie which you sit down because this is real and this is how these types of things affect people.
right.
Like a Fruitvale Station. Like nobody is gonna
That's
go to
crazy.
Fruitvale Station
That's
and
what
be
I was
like,
thinking
"Oh, I
about.
can't wait to sit down and watch this." Like, no, this is a sobering moment in
Right,
society that reminds you of the vulnerability of life and that these things are happening to people
right.
across this globe.
But you know what though? One thing I can say I totally appreciate about the film is that I was able to connect to each and every character without having actually seen, you know, an explosion, or what I'm saying.
Right.
I
Oh,
didn't
yeah. That's
I didn't
something I
need
wanted to
that.
make sure we
I
pointed
did
out.
not need to see that to be impacted in the way that I was.
Yeah, I think that's something I wanted to point out too. Was that I thought it's just like I hate serial killer like uh
We talked
not
about that.
documentaries but like dramatizations
Right.
because it makes me feel like one you're romanticizing the killer and
Mhm.
you're like trying to make them into this like pop culture type thing. Um, but like there's a Ted Bundy, I believe,
Mhm.
story that's told from the perspective of the woman he was dating at the time.
Yeah, it
And
was. It
so
was a
like something
Netflix.
like that or telling the stories from the victim's perspective, those types of things are the things that
Was it
I
a series or was it
it
a
was I
movie?
think it was a series.
I think it
It
was a
wasn't a
series.
movie.
I can't
It was a
remember.
movie, I think.
I didn't watch
I'm
it.
pretty sure it was a movie. But things like that are tasteful. Like tell the story from the people that from the perspective of the people that weren't the ones doing horrible things. Like
Mm.
I don't need to get into the mind of the murderer.
Right.
I don't need to get into the mind of a serial killer.
Right.
Like I don't want to be in that mind.
I care about the
I want
victims.
to
I
want
care
to know
about
about
those
what
affected.
happened to these people that were. What's the story about the people that were lost? To
Right.
these
Who
insane
were they?
people. Right. Tell
Right.
their stories. Or the people, excuse me, people that were affected. I believe there might be a documentary or something told from the perspective, or they interview BTK's daughter, one of the notorious serial killer. Like his daughter grew up in the house with him doing these things, had no idea, and when it came out, it rocked her world, like
Right.
destroyed her life. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, I thought this was beautiful. It was the first one we watched, and I was like, oof, I was not ready for anything that heavy, to be
Right.
honest.
It was.
We like 15 minutes in.
It's fine.
All right, what
You
we
choose
doing
the
next?
you choose the
Nope.
next one.
I said you choosing the order.
So I just got to
I
run
can
the
go.
whole
I can go.
episode.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm stressed
Let's
out and I
do.
don't do this.
Let's
I'm talking too
transition
much.
to the interview.
Okay.
I think this is the order
Oh,
we
you
watched
did
them in.
it. Okay.
I think it's the order we watched them in.
Okay. The interview. Thoughts, feelings.
I don't think I knew what we were getting into. I had read the description and it
Mm-hmm.
sounded interesting, but I couldn't remember what it was about until until it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was it sets us up interestingly. Like we don't know. Like we it's one of those movies that gives you the ending at the beginning.
Right.
And so I was
Right.
like, how did this happen?
Right.
Like, how did we get here? Then it goes back, and from the beginning, I'm one of those people. When I see black people on screen, I see myself.
Right.
And
Right.
so
Right.
when I see black people in certain
You
situations,
have to act the
I need
way
you.
I would act.
I need you to have a little bit of knowledge of what is and what is not black activities.
Exactly.
And so
Agree.
I appreciate it right off the bat. And I said this when we were watching it. He shows up for this interview, and it's like, wait a minute, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
And he's hesitant to get out the car, but the driver is like, hey, bro, you got to go.
Right.
Like, this is what you put in the map. So that's where you at. Then when he get to the door, he like, oh, and the dude start acting weird and asking weird questions. So he's like, I don't know if I
Right.
want to go in here.
Let me get your wallet. Let me
Right.
get your belt. Like,
so he step away for a second, and he look like he want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But then he decides to go in, and at first I'm like, you know what? I appreciate the hesitation. I don't know why this man is going in,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll wait. And he goes in, and it's still sketchy. We see some people coming out. He watches them get their stuff back. So maybe you won't get out of here. All right, cool.
Did you see the people that were getting their stuff back though? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't, and that's not a judgment or anything, but they didn't look dressed for an interview.
So
you come in here, you know, and your casual business wear, right? Yeah. And you're ready, you're prepared, and you see people walking out looking like they, you know,
came from a party, maybe
came from a party, came from a bar.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't. I would have left
a little
in.
bit off.
That was
Off.
That was.
So look, here's what I'll say. Well, first of all, let me acknowledge that the first movie we watched was very serious. This was more fun. This was not the same experience. This was a fun-ish type movie, and so right off the bat, a lot is happening, and I'm questioning why this man is in this situation. Why is he going through with this? But you know, I'm gonna see it through.
Right.
He finally gets to the person that's interviewing him, and they're talking, and like I can tell something is off, and then we're hit with it.
Mm-hmm.
This man. Before I go there. When I first got out of college, I graduated in December of that year. I struggled to find a job. I remember one time I went to an interview. I think it was one of the cable companies. I think it was AT&T. when they were first doing the Fiverr stuff. I can't think of what it's called, but like I was gonna be doing door-to-door sales for that. And they waited to we were coming to class every day for over a week. I think it was like the second week they finally said it's 100% commissions.
Oh no!
And that was the last day they saw me.
Right.
I did not come back. But again, like who gets a job and you don't even know how you getting paid till the second week?
Right.
So again, I was desperate in this situation. Like 6 months without a job after college, and I was like, bro, am I ever gonna have a job? Another thing, I went to the interviewed in the office. Guy was like, you gonna start today, or you get to like shadow a person. And so I don't know. We was talking about sales. We were talking about all kinds of stuff, but it wasn't specific. It wasn't like you're gonna be selling this, you're gonna be moving that, da 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 da. Next thing I know, I'm in the car with one of the employees, and we pull up at a gas station, and they got some type of like super cleaner type stuff. He was like, "We're gonna walk up to people and try to sell them this stuff." And I was like, "Man, what? Man, take me back to my car, dog. Take me back to my car. I'm not doing this. Like, I'm in here, I'm buttoned down, like oh buddy, I'm overdressed.
Right.
Like I didn't came because I showed up for the interview.
And it's like roll your sleeves up.
Right. I was not expecting to be in the streets and it wasn't like a regular gas station. Like we in the trenches. Like I'm not about to be out here in a suit, in a shirt and tie, like trying to walk up on people. Hey, bro, you should try some of this on your tires. Look at that. It's spot clean. No.
Oh my god.
I was like, again, you end up in them situations where you're desperate.
Right.
So for that reason, I couldn't be completely mad at him for being here. And then when she finally lets us know, oh, he's just got out of jail. And he's desperate.
But then you hear his baby girl's voice, you know, in his head, like he's thinking about her, and it's just like, oh yeah, I'm going to get a job. I'm going, daddy's going to work, daddy, you know, that type of thing. And it's obvious that, you know, he has some motivational factors.
Right.
And so I can get down with that too.
Yeah,
I can understand that.
They laid it out. Basically, he got out of prison, and he was like, "This happens every time. Like I go through the interview, people make me think I got a chance, and then they just throw this stuff in my face. I'm never gonna get a job," type of thing.
Right.
And again, desperate because he got to feed his family. Like he got a baby girl he trying to feed, and he got to do what he got to do, type of thing.
But then the twist.
Then she pulled a stack out and told him, "Sign, and you can take this home today."
NDA.
Sign this NDA.
Bro, that's a setup. I don't care. You go to a job interview and they ask you to sign an NDA. What's about to happen? What am I about to see? What am I about to experience?
They said security. All right.
He didn't even read it.
So when they said security,
just signed it.
When they said security and NDA, and she was talking about high-end clientele and this, that, and
when they said $5,000, that's when he jumped. He jumped crazy.
He said, "I need the 5,000." I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry, we just got distracted by a trailer.
Good. I want to see that.
Wait, have you seen this trailer before?
No.
They both. Where do I know her from?
I know him from things.
Like, we definitely know him, but I feel like I know her too. I feel like she was in one of them other things.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even gonna say. I don't want to do that. Not on this podcast.
Well, we can at least see the preview.
We'll see it. We gotta see it through. We gotta see it through.
Right.
Gotta see it through. But
I bet they're wondering, like, what was it? We'll talk about it if
somebody asks, I will answer the question.
Right.
I'm not taking it no further than that.
Oh, we always get so drawn in though. But let's keep going. Dang. Let's stay on track.
What we told? Oh yeah. Okay. So. You go. You take it from here. I feel like I'm talking about it.
Okay, so the money's on the table. NDA has been signed, and he's like, okay, so what happens next? And the lights shut off. All the lights in the building shut off. First of all, he's in a basement. Okay? That's not Black activities, but I'm going to let you have that. He's in the basement.
It's like wet and it felt so moist in there. Right. Weird.
And all of a sudden, do the two guys come out together?
Oh You said, do the two guys come out together?
Yes, they came out together.
I believe so.
Yes. And he discovers, oops, you didn't read the NDA. We're fighting to the death. So for me, right, I'm already on the edge of my seat, right? Because you talking about fighting to the death. I didn't know. I'm not prepared. You got a gun. You got a knife.
I'm about to say the first dude came out. He didn't have a knife at first. He just had hands.
Right. He just had hands. But one of the guys had a knife, right?
So hold on, because I'm gonna make sure we're actually recording.
I think I am.
It's flashing. It's been flashing for a little second there.
I think it is.
Let's just make sure. All right. Did you see if this blue line was moving right here?
Yes, before.
It was still moving?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just want to make sure. Sorry that our mics were being weird. What would we talk about? Oh, so the first guy that comes out, it was straight hands at first.
Okay.
But after he beats him up a little bit,
he pulled the knife out. Got you. Okay. Well, ultimately, they both have weapons, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here again on the edge of my seat because I'm just like, oh snap, he did not come prepared, right?
No.
And so
I mean, he had them hands ready.
But see, that's the thing. Okay. So I like for the good guy to win. Mm-hmm. But I want to see him get beat up a little bit, and not
cut or stabbed,
but a little more than that. He was so skillful, and I guess that was the point,
right?
Because you want the most skilled person to get the job, but it was just like, okay, he ain't even really doing nothing for real. Like it tickled me because the things that he was doing, I didn't imagine was like actually skillful, like in my mind.
Oh no, he definitely was fighting like a technical fighter, like a trained fighter. But it looked like what he was doing was, I know I'm being tested, but like, how much am I supposed to hurt this dude? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until he got cut that he realized, oh, I might be fighting for my life right now. Mm-hmm. Like at first it was just like technical, let me flip you and slam you and like subdue you. Like he was fighting him to like not get hurt,
right?
Versus to hurt him,
right?
Until he got stabbed, and he was like, "Oh, I got to actually hurt you." Right. And then when the other dude started pulling the gun out again, I got to actually hurt you.
Yeah.
So that's how I read it.
I can see that. So keep going.
But yeah, so he fights these dudes, and meanwhile in the hallway, the guy at the door has put on the belt that he asked for, which
because in his mind, you're not coming out.
He's not coming back.
You're not coming out.
But he's not going to be the one to come out. And excuse me, that's the only reason he asked for the belt in the first place, because he liked it.
Right.
And he's like, oh snap, hey, cool belt, man, cool belt, bro.
Here you go, get it back. Sorry about that. I was just holding it for you.
But he was laughing at him because he came up there in a suit, and he was like, "Oh, dude in a suit don't even know what he's here for. He definitely not coming back."
Right.
But he came out, and then the movie ended with him on the phone. I got the job.
And he went and got some diapers for the baby.
Got the $5,000 cash and immediately got some stuff for his family when he come home. I thought, I don't know. I feel like, same question. Could you see that as a feature-length movie?
Okay, so that one, yes. I can see that as a feature-length movie because I think it's so many different things that you could do with that. So I envision like a multiple room type situation. Like every room is like a different trial type thing.
Okay.
To sort of like Hercules, but every room is a trial where you have to win something or beat something, and maybe it's not just a battle of strength. Maybe at some point it's a battle of wits, that type of thing. Because if you're thinking about security, protecting people and stuff like that, it can't just all be brute strength. Like it has to be, in my mind, more than that, because if you have somebody that's very cunning, it don't matter how strong you are. Like, you need to be able to have um just an array of skill set, I
Okay.
believe. But
Okay.
I would watch it if it were longer. Like, I would watch that.
Sorry, in this scenario, are you leaning? What is the story that you're telling in that scenario?
Um, I mean, I like the synopsis, the initial
You
synopsis.
never
This
read it.
guy, oh, you pull it up.
You got. I can't pull it up
But
no more.
this guy is um was he a felon, ex felon, something?
Definitely was. He
He
was
was
definitely
ex
coming out of prison,
military,
but read it.
right?
Yes, you can pull it up for us.
Okay, this is this one. Okay. Uh Haunted by his violent past, an ex-con, so yeah, he's an ex-con, is offered one last shot at redemption, but when the interview turns into a lethal game, he must decide how far he'll go and who he's willing to become to earn his second chance. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. At some point, did he say something about being ex-military or something like that? I can't remember. I feel like I recall that, but maybe I'm
I don't know
connecting.
if I recall him being ex-military. It might be something else we're blending
Okay, maybe that's what's happening.
in.
But yeah, the idea at a second chance. I will say though, I don't like the fact that it's just like she was like, "Oh, well, I'm just paying you to do what you do anyways." Like, "Oh, you're a killer." Like, we do know he
He
went to
might have been
prison.
ex-military.
We do know he went to prison for he killed somebody, right?
I don't.
I think it
I
was,
don't
I'm
remember.
trying to remember. I think it
Unfortunately.
was some type of he was defending himself and that was not his intention. But it kind of happened.
Okay.
And
I don't remember.
so
She described something. I forget what it was, but I think she told the story, but I don't remember what it
I think that's what it was. I may be wrong, guys, and if I am,
was.
please please correct me and flip that. But I think that's what it was. But um, for me, I didn't like the idea of that necessarily. But I do like the premise of it being an ex-con, and this is your second chance, because the idea that, oh well, if you've committed a crime before, you don't deserve a second chance.
Uh-huh.
You don't deserve the opportunities that other people are awarded a lot easier, because he was just like, I keep doing this and it keeps turning out the same way every
Yeah.
time. Like, I feel like everybody's just kind of playing with me and there really is no hope. And so,
Okay. I think for me, I like um I think as far as like telling a story that people can relate to, that's where I go as far as like I'm sure plenty of people that have been to prison can attest to the
mm-hmm,
difficulty of finding a job. So in that sense, you can connect with him on that level. And then on the second level, he is a black man, so you
mm-hmm,
have that factor. Then you have that he's a father trying to provide for his family. All of those things are reasons that you might be willing to do something that maybe a person that isn't desperate wouldn't do.
right.
Because of that, the story I would tell, it probably will start where this one starts. Maybe with some flashbacks to like his family and past and stuff like that. Maybe we see more of what happened on the inside of the office.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's like phase one, and then phase two is he gets to call your first job or whatever, and he's like with this guy. He don't know what's going on. He
Yeah.
trying to understand like the other security people on the team. Can he trust these people? Can he not? He's the first time is smooth. Second time something goes down, and then that's where the movie kind of he ends up in a situation where again he doesn't know who he can trust and who he can't, and he ends up trying to survive or whatever.
Right.
And almost like a the like White House Down and stuff like that, where it ends up being him and the person he's supposed to protect pretty much alone at the end,
Right.
and now this is the ultimate job and blah 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 type of thing, and maybe at the end he gets some type of recognition for his work and like maybe he gets to go do something a little bit more above board with
Right.
security and stuff like that. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the story I would tell. But yeah, I could definitely see that being fleshed out to a feature film. Who
Okay.
were the people involved, if you will, since we didn't do that at the beginning?
Hold on, cause my phone's dying now. Excuse me. Oh, it did. It
Oh, I
died.
want to say the director was Kai Kim,
Okay. Yes.
and the writer was Kai Kim, and the main actor whose name I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
You want to move to the last film?
I want you to start that one off, only because I really wonder like your thoughts about it. This was the shortest one
Yes,
that
this
we watched.
I think the first one was maybe like 25 minutes. The second
Mm-hmm.
one was like 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then this last one was like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because we watched the trailer for it. We're like, wow, that trailer didn't give us much of anything. But
Right.
then once I saw it was only 4 minutes, I was like, oh, you really couldn't without telling the
Exactly.
entire
Without
movie.
spoiling it.
So first of all, when it was going initially, I was enjoying the flow. This is called "I'm in Love" from Havila Malone. Am I correct? I think it was Havila Malone.
Mm-hmm.
She's the writer. She was a star in the film. Poetry, spoken word, all that good stuff. And again, I was vibing with the idea of what she was presenting. Like it looks like somebody getting ready for a date,
Mm-hmm.
and like their love or whoever has like set up a scavenger hunt for them, and got a new dress, new jewelry, like just to go all out. Like, oh man, buddy didn't went all out for her. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's describing this love that like anybody would want.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on top of the words, the visuals I thought were great. I thought it was well shot. It was the way the colors were
Yeah.
contrasting. I think the shot that really like made me go was like when she was walking by like the fountain, I think, and it goes like the
Mm-hmm. Me
drone shot
too.
from above. I was like, oh
Mm-hmm.
man, like they going all out with this. This is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you get to the twist, are we spoiling?
That's fine. Yes.
When you get to the twist, when you get to the reveal, I was like, oh, she's doing some. This is beautiful. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
doing some special stuff here,
Mm-hmm.
and I genuinely appreciate the idea of dating yourself and loving yourself out loud and in a real physical way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a ritual when I was alone, taking myself to the movie every Saturday. Every
Mm-hmm.
Saturday morning, I get up. I might cut the grass or whatever. I take a shower. I get clean. I get fresh. Go to the movie. Get my popcorn and my drink. I sit down. Enjoy the film. I go get my sub from the Firehouse Sub. I go home and I just chill. Like that was me taking care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I see that all the stuff that we've seen that we thought was some other person doing this for, no, this was her taking care of her.
Mm-hmm.
And like the little moments where she's like, oh, I always wanted to dress like this. Put it in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's awesome
Yeah.
to
I
me.
love that it was poetry in action.
Mm.
The thing that I and now you know me, y'all don't know me,
tell,
but
tell them
he
about you.
knows me. I love me some spoken word. I love a nice little open mic night, just chilling, like really, little jazz music playing, like the whole chill vibe. Like that's so me, and so I was immediately drawn in, just by the cadence of her voice
Mm-hmm.
as she was speaking. Um, and uh, the thing I love the most about spoken word is the story that they're telling
Mm-hmm.
without the visual,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
But in this case, there is a visual, but the visual is necessary because you get to see the background.
Yeah.
You again, if I didn't know any better, if there was no visual,
Mm-hmm.
she's talking about a man. She's talking
Mm-hmm.
about a woman. She's talking about her love, somebody that she has affection for, externally.
Right.
This is not self love
Right. And the
without
visuals
the
set you
visuals.
up intentionally.
Exactly.
Like without seeing the setup, we might not have come to those assumptions.
Right.
So
And I felt like it was intentional and it was purposeful because again, when people are doing spoken word, I feel like they're pouring their hearts out, right?
okay.
They're sharing with you a piece of them, but like all art, it's up to your interpretation,
Right.
right? It's subjective. But I feel like she had a clear message
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted you don't have to decipher what I'm saying. I'm
Right.
going to show you what is that self-love, that concern for self, that celebrating self.
Mm.
Um I think back to what you said before when you were talking about the little scavenger hunt. I envisioned it as maybe some type of a map to finding me, to
Yeah.
finding who you are,
Mm.
to getting to that space where I don't know, self
Actualization.
actualization, self actualization, to where it's just like I don't deny myself these things that I love, these things that I want, these things that I desire. And I don't have to sit around and wait on somebody to present it to me,
Mm.
to gift it to me. Like I can do this for myself in this moment in time. And I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, I thought I was definitely impressed. I like after seeing all three of these and how different they were. Like I would have loved to have seen a lot more. I think this was nice for us, like dipping our toe
Mm-hmm.
in. I like that we got a little bit of variety. Like we got a historical drama,
Mm-hmm.
we got a romance, and we got action.
Mm-hmm.
With a little drama too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was nice to for dip the toe in. Um, we had some interview opportunities. Hopefully next time we can do that. I can't wait to have you in an interview.
I don't know why. For me to
Cause
mess it up like I did, actual
stop it.
hold on, self actualization.
Yeah. You gotta let it flow out. That's what
Self
it is. I think you're
actualization.
thinking about every letter
I
in the word.
said self
Hmm. Yeah, you just gotta
actualization.
let it flow. Let it
It's a
go.
tongue twister. My
Let it
tongue just
flow.
flaps around in
Oh Lord, it doesn't.
my mouth.
But any closing thoughts? We didn't shout out. I think it was it Crystal Willis, I believe, was the. I probably shouldn't be saying names if I'm not 100% sure.
You probably shouldn't
Let's
know.
pull up the info real quick. I want to make sure we shout this one out because what was it? The interview. One of them the link had I don't know if it expired, but the link had we weren't able to access the link when we went to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I reached out to the PR person and they gave us a different link. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
Crystal Willis sent us the I'm in love information, so that was fun. And it was Alyssa Ruiz for Flight 182. We went over that information already, and
The interview was Kai Kim.
Kai Kim with
Mm-hmm.
Leonard Robinson
Mm-hmm.
was the actor and the writer. So yes.
Yeah, I don't have any ending remarks.
Okay. Well.
I just enjoyed it. I'm appreciative of that because outside of our own little personal film festival that we did, which
Mhm.
was pretty nice. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
I appreciate you for doing
Um,
that with me.
no problem. But that was my first film festival,
Mhm.
and I remember telling you when we first started dating that, oh my God, we're gonna do a film festival. And so that was nice to experience that and not even just from a viewership point of view,
Mhm.
but also, to be able to talk about it, to be able to share our thoughts and our feelings about it here on Brown Butter Popcorn.
Mhm.
Like I think that's dope. and that people like, hey, I care about what you think about this. Please talk about it. Put it out there. Share it with others.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Send us home.
What?
Close us out.
Close us out? Oh, okay. Well, you put the pressure on
Oh
me.
my
You do this every time.
gosh.
Every time. Like,
Thank you for joining us yet
right.
again on Brown Butter Popcorn. Think we're gonna try to do the Black Phone one of these days. We've seen it. Black Phone 2, I should say.
Right.
We've definitely seen the movie. We started a review, but we weren't able to finish it. So hopefully we get to knock that out here soon. And we already have another screener that we're sitting on. I believe the embargo date is some point in January. They're way ahead on the marketing for this. I believe it's going to be an Oscar entry, so that should be fun. But yeah, we appreciate you joining us yet again. Hopefully we get some release information for these movies so you can follow up on them. But until next time, folks, peace.